Hello all. Welcome to the GDPR tutorial series, and in this video we will understand the key definitions of GDPR. Additionally, this video will also help you understand the important and commonly used terms and their meaning in the GDPR space. Let's get started. The most important terms used in the GDPR space is listed on the screen. Let's understand each one of them in detail. First one is personally identifiable information. Personally identifiable information, known as PII in short, is the information which is related to an identified or identifiable natural person, also known as the data subject per the regulation. Additionally, an identifiable natural person is one who can be identified, directly or indirectly, in particular by a reference to an identifier such as a name, mobile number, an identification number, location data, an online identifier, or to one or more factors specific to the physical, physiological, genetic, mental, economic, cultural or social identity of that natural person. A few examples of PII are: full name, email address, home address, IP address, place of birth, web cookies, date of birth, telephone number, passport number, political opinion, etc. Moving on. Next term is processing. Processing is any operation or set of operations which is performed on personal data or on sets of personal data such. This includes collection, recording, organizing, structuring, storage, adaptation or alteration, retrieval, consultation, etc. Processing also includes automated processes. Next we have profiling. Profiling is any form of automated processing of personal data consisting of the use of personal data to evaluate certain personal aspects relating to a natural person. This is a process to analyze or predict aspects concerning that natural person's performance. Next we have is pseudonymization. This is one of the most important terms. Pseudonymization is processing of personal data in such a manner that the personal data can no longer be attributed to a specific data subject without the use of additional information, provided that such additional information is kept separately. Also, it is subject to technical and organizational measures to ensure that the personal data are not attributed to an identified or identifiable natural person. Moving on, next is controller. Controller is a natural or legal person, public authority, agency or other body which, alone or jointly with others, determines the purposes and means of the processing of personal data. On the other hand, a processor is a natural or legal person, public authority, agency or other body which processes personal data on behalf of the controller. Third party is a natural or legal person, public authority, agency or body other than the data subject, controller, processor, and persons who are authorized to process personal data. They process the data under the direct authority of the controller or processor. Moving on, consent is any freely given, specific, informed and unambiguous indication of the data subject's wish by which he or she signifies agreement to the processing of personal data relating to him or her. Next on the list we have personal data breach. Personal data breach is a breach of security leading to the accidental or unlawful destruction, loss, alteration, unauthorized disclosure of, or access to, personal data. Moving on. Representative is a natural or legal person established in the Union who, designated by the controller or processor, and also represents the controller or processor with regard to their respective obligations under this regulation. Last on the list we have supervisory authority. Each member state shall provide for one or more independent public authorities to be responsible for monitoring the application of this regulation, in order to protect the fundamental rights and freedoms of natural persons to facilitate the free flow of personal data within the Union. I hope the content was useful. Please subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the upcoming videos on GDPR and other important topics. Thank you.